What about from a sort of efficiency point of view? I mean, you touched on sort of agency use and sort of getting the work done and stuff like that. I said in my sort of intro that a lot of companies are talking about, driving more efficiency out of a marketing department and a company generally then. But what sort of things could people be doing perhaps internally from a marketing point of view to make sure that what they're doing is even more effective?
Well, if you're thinking about B2B, then we're usually talking about there's a sales team involved, right? And what I found is if you're looking for efficiencies, it's typically at the bottom of the funnel, because in a recession, there's just fewer people in the buying window, right? And so if you're in a marketing position, it's kind of like we're forcing people to buy when they're just not in the buying window. So my answer to this is broader, not just about marketing specifically. It's like, how can you help the sales team capture the people who are actually in a buying window, have buying intent, and have the ability to pay? How can you help them? So whether that's sales enablement, working with them to refine the ICP, or like change how you think about the ICP, because sometimes it might have changed in a recession. So that's where I would spend my time. And that's whenever I advise companies, at least now, and they're saying, hey, we need to figure out how we can get more out of our current investments. The first thing you should look at is actually the bottom of the funnel. And that means like, how can we increase the efficiency of the sales team? And there's a lot of things that marketers can do to support that.
And could that be something like, I mean, I don't know if this is just me, but I've certainly noticed a couple of things. One is perhaps companies I was speaking to maybe sort of 6-9 months ago. I'm essentially probably a lead in their system, and I've been reignited. Somebody's reached out to me, an SDR, whoever it might be. So there's perhaps quick wins of going back into your CRM, your marketing automation platform, and thinking, okay, which leads haven't converted, and let's try and reignite those leads. It might be a better opportunity to talk to them rather than going out and finding somebody cold. Yeah. And then the second one was, again, I don't know if it's just me, but I seem to be getting lots of emails about upgrade to an annual plan. We'll give you 20% off, but if you upgrade now for whatever software you're using, it's a great way to drive some revenue straight into the bank.
That's what I'm saying. Like the solution is usually on the sales side. It's less on the marketing side. But one practical thing I will say is when marketers look at this from a sales lens, there's a couple of quick wins you can have because you have a marketing skill set and you're helping people in sales, right? Like SDR copy, like SDRs are not copywriters. So sometimes when you get outreach, it's kind of just like, what is this extremely long email that I'm getting, or this LinkedIn DM that makes no sense? I'm kind of amazed that marketers don't write SDR copy, or there's not a copywriter attached to that function just to make sure that it's as high converting as possible. So those are a couple of things I would look at in addition to what you mentioned around the real opportunity as increasing the bottom of the funnel. How can you like add months to the plan? How can you just make sure that it's all connected? And so there's some quick wins there.